say anything, but
we're really excited.
My mom lives with her sister down in Morehead, Kentucky, so that's where she went
Yeah, but our size, we got
now because
we got 3 kids.
my great aunt has early onset. Her husband.
Yeah, who else is my 21st year, 20th year coach as a coach?
So.
Shouldn't be this hard, should it?
Okay.
Losing his second daughter's husband was working 7 to 7. He works as a doctor.
Kind of the way it plays out. You're there long enough, you could set every record.
Had to work Wednesday.
Yeah.
That my son was working.
but he just coach
He
everywhere.
was available. I'm like, oh. So when to go?
It works.
There we go.
It's not working again. We haven't woke up from the break yet.
Come on, you had one job. You break it, you buy it.
IT, you need help?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, just get your family all come over. Well, that's a good thing.
Nobody bothers me, I got my nap. That's getting to be more important.
Oh, no doubt.
I watched my Cornhuskers take a beat.
Gosh, I can't believe Iowa did.
That's right, you're an Iowa guy, aren't you?
I just stand by marriage. You know, sister's married too.
Oh, they took a beating.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
And they did it right before the snow fell because the next day.
Steve will let us know. He'll get on Facebook and let us know.
My job? All right. That was that.
Nebraska. Nebraska. Yeah, is that?
Well, it was last year where the Nebraska guy.
Hold on. She's getting another thing turned on.
We found another button.
Nicest folk you
What did they do at the Iowa thing in the middle?
No.
It is
It's on?
It is on. We're good.
All right, we're live.
All right. You guys ready to get going this morning?
Good, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to call this meeting of the Hancock County Board of Commissioners to order. Today is December 1st, 2025, and the time is 8 a.m. This meeting is being recorded and streamed for public viewing. By participating, you acknowledge that your image, your voice, and your comments may be captured and made publicly available. This meeting has been properly noticed in accordance with Indiana Code 5-14-1.5. Let the record show that a quorum of commissioners is present. The commissioners are open for business. We will now proceed with our agenda. And it's at this time I'd like to invite all in attendance to stand and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And if I can
make a motion to approve the minutes for 11/18/25.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. And a motion to recess for drainage.
I make a motion to recess the meeting for the drainage board meeting.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. We recess for drainage board. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. We're in recess.
I will open the December 1st Drainage Board meeting. First business, approve November minutes.
I make a motion that we approve the November minutes for the drainage board.
Second.
Been moved and seconded that we approve the November minutes. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed. You want to?
Yeah, let's do number 2. Let's go down the list here a little bit, and then we'll jump just a little bit here. Let's go for approving claims for November 19th and December 3rd. They're there in front of you. You see we have the final bills that came in for the spraying of the ditches, along with some other issues that we had, some open ditch bank stuff. Then on the second page, you have some tile repairs, some yard repairs, some things that when they break down, we go fix them. So any questions about anything that is there?
I make a motion that we approve the drainage claims paid for 11/19/2025 in the amount of $11,844.95, and the drainage claims paid on 12/3/2025 in the amount of $10,084.94.
Second.
Been moved and seconded that we approve the claims for 11/19 and 12/3 in the amount of $11,844.95 and $10,084.94. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
All right, let's jump down to number 5. Let's do Blake Thompson's variance. We are on, if you see the screen there in front of you, we are on 300 North, just west of the curve there, off of Fortville Pike. Old farm place that's there. He is putting a new residence in here and septic in this area here. There is a 6-inch tile that is running to the ditch currently that is there. He actually installed that tile to help drain this little bit of this field, and he's tying into that. So the code says that they don't have an 8-inch tile. They're tying into something smaller than an 8-inch tile. They have to come for a variance. It's the only thing that's on that tile. So he's actually going to, when he builds his house, he's going to run his basement drain and his other drain straight to the ditch. But he already has a tile in this area over here that's a 6-inch. So he's asking for a variance from the code to run to a 6-inch at that point. I don't see any issue with that.
If he only knew somebody to put an 8-inch tile in.
Yeah, I know, since he does it for a living, but it's just, but it's already there, and he had put it in about 3 years ago, so, and it's only running onto his property. My concern was that it was running the property to the north, but it's not. So it's only on his property, so, looking for a variance to use the 6-inch tile.
I move we approve the variance for Blake Thompson to use a 6-inch tile.
Second.
Moved and seconded that we approve the variance for Blake Thompson to use a 6-inch. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
We'll go to the next one down on the list. This is 2051 Sunshine Court. So this is just north of 40 off of 200 West off of the Smith and Margaret Johnson. As you can see, this is the second house to the west on Sunshine Drive. They are wanting to put a little addition onto the back of their barn here in the back. The barn's been there since about 1978 in this area. They are obviously within the 75-foot easement, as is just about everything in this area. Existing when the ditch was put. Been existing for where it's at.
Is it open?
Ditch?
Yes,
It's an open ditch, yes. It's there.
right there north of stop.
Yeah, just north of, across the street from 84 Lumber, old 84 Lumber. We have the place on the corner that's been a number of things, and then the next house that's over, it's right behind them. Ditch that runs back down through there. So I have there where it's at. Shed in the back. I'm looking to add a little addition right here onto the back, which would bring it a little bit further into it.
So he's asking to encroach and waive the fee?
Yes.
Does he realize it's not Christmas yet?
I bring to you what they bring to me.
Well, how much is the encroachment? Have we said? Or did I miss it?
all he's worried about is not paying the fee. He hasn't even asked to encroach yet.
Well, so it's a twofold thing. He would like to encroach within the regulated drain, so he'd be encroaching 35 feet into the encroachment. But then he's asking to have that fee waived.
What?
So he's asking for two things. So
Did he specify why we should waive the fee for him, but not everybody else?
Not that I know of.
I would suggest we don't waive the fee then, whatever
I agree
decision we make,
100%.
but we're not gonna
That's a
waive.
We haven't
can.
even got the encroachment part done yet,
Yeah.
let alone whether it being free.
Right.
The-
You'd be encroaching like
40 feet?
He'd be encroaching 35 feet.
It looks
in.
pretty tight in there, is it?
It is.
It is
and
tight.
It's tight all the way down through there. I could not find records of the last time that we have actually dredged that area down through there. And
We put
ditch is
in,
actually in pretty good shape down through. We've done the other side.
we put tile up on the other side and out.
Yes, and
To
we've
the
dredged
east,
the
I
other
know.
side because it's a little bit more open over by Bittersweet and that way. We have dredged up through there. We have not dredged this side, but this side really hasn't needed to be dredged. It's got pretty good fall on it and it keeps itself open. But he is looking for an encroachment of 35 feet add on to that barn, and then he is asking if that is approved to have that waived, the fee
So
waived.
is that barn already encroaching? By
Oh,
how
yes.
much?
So if you look at, so here, let me draw top of bank is about right here. So you have 50 feet to the barn.
Now? And he wants another,
So he's looking to come in about another 15 feet. That'll put
he
him.
wants to
30
add 15 feet to the barn,
Correct.
but have a 35-foot encroachment.
Yes, because the barn's already
An
encroaching.
additional 35.
Yes, because the other was put in about 1978.
Cause any issues in the future for you?
Well, I mean, there's things that are closer to the ditch than that's going to be. So from that standpoint, it's not going to be a problem for me to work around that just because I have other things that are closer than it is. Does that make sense? I won't have to go around it. I would have to go around things that are already closer than that were put there well before or whenever.
Well, you'd have to do the hold harmless, right?
Right. You still haven't signed the hold harmless. If
So
we
we
were
need to
to
do a
get to it.
35 feet, even though he's adding 15 to get it up to date. And that drops us to 40 feet, is that right?
So that would put us at, well, it would give us 35 feet because it's 70 feet through.
70, I think
so
it's 75, okay.
Well, 75, yeah.
I'd make a motion that we approve the encroachment, but not waive the fee, and with the standard
Two separate, isn't it?
is it,
No, he says no, go ahead.
and the county hold harmless.
Been moved and seconded that we approve the encroachment of what, 35
35
more
foot.
feet for Troy Napier
And not waive the fee.
and not waive the fee.
What is the fee?
$5 per linear foot, correct?
There you go. Okay.
So he would have 25
And he
times
would have
35.
to sign the standard hold harmless. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion passes.
All right, let's jump down to number 9. Plans here. So we're going to take, so this is Haven Ponds. So this is a subdivision. This is the last section of this subdivision. Over here, this is 1,000 North on your sheet there. So on your sheet, it's number 9. So you have 1,000 North that's here, and then there's a field divide that runs through here. It is this last section that's up in this corner over here. So they are coming to request 2 things. One, there is a crossing down here in the bottom for the road crossing that will come in there to cross the ditch for the road there as it comes down. That'll be here. Point where Edgewater Lane here on the map here that I'm showing you here as it's coming through here. And they are with the town of Fishers and the town of McCoursville. I guess it's kind of mutual as it works there through that. They are doing a pedestrian crossing because there is a sidewalk that is coming through here. So they have to do a pedestrian crossing up here in the north. Goes across up here at the top. So they are looking for approval to have a pedestrian crossing and a road crossing, and we're looking at all the numbers for everything to make sure that there's no restrictions of flows and things for that aspect for where it's at. I'd like to add.
Thanks, Chad.
Yeah.
Hi, Lance McElroy with Silverthorne Homes. I was here about 6 months ago, and the Drainage Board approved a temporary turnaround for that Section 3. We'll remove that, continue that road across that Chad mentioned with the box culvert. Also, in working with the Army Corps and IDEM to get this permitted, there is a low flow crossing that the farmer was probably using previously for getting back and forth. We'll need to remove that. DNR and the Army Corps will require that to be removed. So we'll be removing it. Also, maybe not well, I guess it will discharge. We have 4 small detention lakes that will have 12-inch pipes.
From my office.
That doesn't, okay. Sorry.
No, you're good.
So and then the path crossing, it is actually a 10-foot wide asphalt path that's up there, so a pretty nice wide path. So we've got a pretty nice wide and long bridge that we've worked with Conspan on to make sure that we're clear of the 100-year flood elevations and so forth. So that's the other encumbrance in the legal drain.
We need 2, yep. Move we approve the pedestrian crossing for Havens Pond and Jonathan Stansberry addition.
Second?
Been moved and seconded that we approve the pedestrian crossing and road crossing for Haven Ponds over the Jonathan Stansberry.
Just the pedestrian, we have to do one for the road.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do we need a county hold harmless for these, if we're working around them? With the standard county hold harmless?
No, I think the one to the north is actually in the road right of way, correct? Is it it's the road right of way at the north?
Bill, second.
So we have okay, with the standard hold harmless addition. Is that good enough? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
I move we approve the road crossing for Haven Ponds, Jonathan Stansberry with a standard county hold harmless.
Second.
Been moved and seconded that we approve the road crossing for the Havens Pond on the Jonathan Stansberry with the standard hold harmless. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Okay. So next on the list, let's go to number 10. So it'd be the next thing on your, thank you, Lance. The next thing on your list is the highway is doing a bridge replacement just west of school on the Lutheran School on 300 South on between 700 and 600 West. They're doing right here, they're doing a bridge crossing. They're redoing this bridge that's through here. But there is some utility locates that have to change that are there for where they're at. And so Duke Energy, which was overhead, is now going to be underground. So they are asking for they're switching sides. They're going to the south and they're coming across. But they are going to be going, asking for a permission to cross the regulated drain with the standard county hold harmless. They are going to be actually a minimum of 11 feet below the ditch. We only asked them to be 7 feet, so they're going to be 11 feet below the ditch for where they're going. So they're doing that as a precursor for when the bridge replacement gets started here about a month and a half. So kind of in the search here, trying to get her done. So looking for approval to cross the regulated drain, going underneath it, obviously the county's standard hold harmless.
And we usually find them, right?
Traditionally, it has been the say of this board. It is everybody but 9 Star or a city. You guys have charged the fee for the crossing.
But to me, if the county's doing some improvements there, putting a new bridge in and everything, and they're gonna put the stuff underground instead of over, they're kinda doing the county a favor.
We are precipitating the change, let's put
Yeah.
it that way.
And they're going along with it.
They're going along, correct.
So do we waive it?
Waive it, since we're gonna benefit from it too.
Exactly.
You gonna make that in one? Or does that need to be in two?
One.
I think it can
The
be
boss says one. I move we approve the utility crossing of Duke Energy at the Doe Creek regulated drain and waive the standard fee with a standard county hold harmless.
Second.
Been moved and seconded that we approve the utility crossing for Duke Energy over the Doe Creek, under the Doe Creek, and waive the standard hold harmless fee.
No,
Waive the
don't
fee.
waive the whole harmless, just waive the fee.
Or waive the, yes, waive the fee, I'm sorry. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Number 11, we will have to move to next month. They did not get us updated drawings for their change that's up there. So it's actually right next door to Haven Ponds, but it's a utility crossing for CenterPoint Energy. They had some time. So I'm going to ask that we move that to the next month. Now we can walk back with some of the other things that we have here. So let's go backwards here. Let's go with number 8. We have an encumbrance for Collingwood, 21. Work was done.
Done that one.
Number 8 on our list.
Line number 8.
Yeah, right after the
Yes.
Oh,
approval of the minutes for the dates. Yeah. Should be right after the approval. The dates should have the dates on the top of the regulated. It should the new dates right there. Next page should be the encumbrance. Next page after that.
There it is.
Should be. All right. Is that where you have it?
I don't see encumbrances. I just see,
All I got's a page.
After the meeting dates.
Oh, is it after the meeting?
Yes, that's all I got. Doesn't say for what.
Yes.
It
We
just
don't
says
have
for
it.
the Collingwood regulated drain.
we don't have it. Who's it for and why?
It said Collingwood regulated drain. We did work that was in there and didn't have quite enough money in the fund for it. There will be money that will come in once the tax is finalized. But we were a little short on fixing a repair that we had in that area. That's,
Just a little short. It wasn't fixing something anybody messed up.
no. We weren't going back on something that we had done.
Okay.
previously. And I understand why you're asking.
Yeah.
Well, I make a motion, we approve the Collingwood regulated drain encumbrance in the amount of $2,120.
Second.
Moved and seconded that we approve the encumbrance for the Collingwood regulated drain in the amount of $2,120. All those in favor say aye.
aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
All right, let's go to number 7. So these are the dates for next year's drainage board. These do coincide with each of the commissioners' meetings for next year, first of the month. As you see, 2 of them change, May and November. That is due to elections.
We don't have those either. We have the dates we were here, we just don't have the dates for next year.
Yeah.
But if it's scheduled,
That's okay. Look and see if there's any conflicts, and I think I'd ask that you approve it at our organizational meeting in January. So, that's the first.
Well, yeah, and that's fine. They
There's no conflicts or commissioner
right.
conferences or whatever it may be.
Paper likes to have notice for all.
We're not really going to approve it.
Not till January, is that what you're thinking? I motion that we continue it till January.
Okay.
Look for conflict.
Second.
Been moved and seconded that we move the drainage board meeting date approval until the January meeting. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
All right, let's do number 3, and then we'll do pay at the end. So we should have minor repair bids. We put out for minor repair bids again this year. We have gotten a number of people who had asked for that. And we have, I think there are 13, there's 13 minor repair bids, things that are there. So there will be probably 3 in there that we usually keep for if there are emergencies, if they're in the field, which we've done in the past, from Blake Thompson to Rick Lawrence and to Mike Leonard, for them to do if they're in the field or if they're already doing a project in the area. And we usually look to about have 5 contractors. So do the math, we're down.
Do you
to-
want us to just name who's putting in, and then you
And then
approve
I
them?
would, yeah, and if you want to do, the 2 things I would look at are probably mini excavator per hour is what I would do, and then excavator per hour are the 2 big ones as we go through there. And then like to be able to, Steve will need to look at them, and then we'll look under it for advisement and then bring them back in January. I'd like to sit down with each person. Some of the guys I don't know, some of the people are a little further away, to understand what all and how all this works. So, I don't know if you really want to do minor repairs, but I mean, they may not, I don't know. But so I would say we put each one in the record by being a mini excavator and then excavator. Those are the 2 big things that we work off of.
How do we weed out the problem people that aren't doing things up to par?
That's where we turn around and we can, when we do our bids, we can exclude them by
Quality work?
by quality of work.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, you need that. You got it.
Yeah.
These are all open. Let me see.
Lowest responsible bids. If I remember reading that correctly. Is that right, Steve? Is that how that works?
Brad's excavating. We've never used him before, have we?
Nope. There's a couple. There's 2 or 3.
Fred.
There's 2 or 3 new ones in there. Yeah.
Well, this is from
You want us to read them off?
I would, to get them into the record, I would read one of the names, and then for each one, just go ahead and read mini excavator per hour, and then excavator per hour. Those are just something so it's in the
find
record,
that.
and then we will look at the rest under advisement. I have a big spreadsheet, I put them all in, and
Davis excavating. Mini excavator with operator is 106 an hour. Excavator with operator is 185 an hour.
And this is Drainage Construction Unlimited and mini excavator with operator, $157.50 per hour. And what was the other? Just
Excavator with operator.
excavator with operator. They should be pretty close to each other.
could that be the
No, okay, down about 4 or 5.
okay, excavator with operator would be $288.75. I see what you're looking at.
That's Rick, right?
That's right.
That means I don't want to do all that stuff.
That's why we only use him whenever he's already in the field.
Yeah, that means I don't want to do that.
You can do it twice.
God love him. I got Hardy Pools. Hang on, I can't find a page. Was not prepared. Typed in about 2 font. Mini excavator 106, excavator 150.
And I have Hoosier Pride Excavating Incorporated with mini excavator 160 with operator, and then excavator with operator is 205.
And And then Fred's Excavating Service. He did not put it in here. I don't see it.
When they came in, so.
That was an easy call.
I don't see one here either.
He listed what he has, but he didn't list how much an hour it is.
Doesn't help.
Skidder, there it is, there, auger for small excavator.
Who do you have there? Who do you have, Gary?
I've got, Rutledge Enterprises.
For Fred's,
Let me make sure he just didn't add it in on his own.
That don't make sense.
Here we
It
go.
don't.
He's got Fred's.
It was not in the
Grapple
order
for
list.
excavator.
Well, I don't know if that's in addition to the.
Yeah.
To like the large track skier price, or
There's not an excavator on here.
is that all?
That's an auger for small excavator. What we got?
Keep going back.
Here we go, here we go. Many, here we're, two sheets? Okay.
Yeah, there should be two sheets.
okay, who's doing what now?
We're doing Rutledge now.
We're doing Rutledge, and a mini excavator with operator, $100, and excavator with operator full size is $160.
Ready? Fred's Excavating Service.
Here's a couple more.
Mini excavator, 125. Excavator with operator, 180. That's enough, isn't it?
That, yeah. We need to open each one.
We do?
Okay, here we go.
Hey, there's
Have a record of each person who actually put it in.
Keep passing.
Keep passing? Here we go.
All control.
There's some here. Okay, you've got that. Okay, I've got this one. Let me find out who it is.
We need to read them all off? Is that what you're saying?
I've got North Nine Enterprises LLC and North Nine Enterprises. Mini excavator, $95, and excavator with operator, $145.
I've got. Ready? I've got Chuck Johnson, mini excavator with operator 100, excavator with operator 150.
Ready? Blake Thompson. Mini, 150. Full size, not listed.
You use it for towel repair if we have it in the field.
You ready for your next one? It's James Moline and mini excavator with operator $65 and excavator with operator is $100.
And I've got Greenfield Landscape LLC. And what did I just see? Damn it. I've got, I got a no, it's, hang on, where you at? It's not on here. Take a look at it.
Here's another sheet here. No.
It just, yeah, it's just, here we go, got it, right here. Mini excavator with operator, 95, and excavator with operator is 155.
Got another? Ready? Fessler, Tyler Fessler. Mini excavator with operator 100, excavator with operator 125.
Ready? I have Leonard Excavating, Inc. from Wilmington, Indiana. Mini excavator with operator $100 per hour, and the dozer operator $150 per hour.
Let me have one. All in. We'll need a motion to accept the bids, or receive the bids, I guess would be the best way to.
Just received, right?
Take them under advisement.
Okay, I make a motion that we acknowledge the receipt of the bids and acknowledge, what was that other thing?
And take them under advisement.
Take it under advisement.
Second.
Amend the January meeting.
Vote on the January meeting.
Second.
Been moved and seconded that we are taking the bids under advisement. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion passes.
All right, the last thing I have on the list is the approval of the drainage board pay for the second half of 2025. The only question I have is, and this is a question for our attorney, is that we have listed on here the Cranberry Mutual Drain hearing for tonight, which
Put that on there just to get it.
I understand that. I understand why you did. I'm asking from the,
Make it contingent upon that,
okay, make it contingent upon those people, everybody showing up, because,
that the hearing occurring this evening.
and they're here.
We're gonna have the hearing whether anybody shows up.
Right, but they only get paid for the hearing if they show up.
Whoa.
If we call it to order, I think they can compensate it. Oh, you're talking about our board. I thought you were talking about the public.
Our people get paid. So I'm making sure that
I thought you were talking
we're
about
not
the
approving
public.
their pay if they're not here yet.
Right,
So that's, yeah, you can make it contingent upon everybody being here for the hearing that evening that's here.
Is it happening regardless?
Yes, right now it is happening regardless. We'll talk about that here in a second. So, but yes.
I'll be there. That's all I know.
We'll be there.
But I could
There's
have an
your drainage
accident
board
on the
pay
way,
for the
too.
second half of the year, so.
I move we approve drainage board pay for the second half of the year dependent on the hearing tonight's attendance.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve this second half drainage board pay pending tonight's hearing. That
Just
seems kind of,
Couple of things going
We
forward.
didn't vote yet.
Vote.
all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
All right, next drainage board meeting is January 6th. So Eric, we will not be here, is that what you're saying? Yeah, that's a good way to get voted president.
I'll be here.
Okay.
I didn't leave yet.
Okay. So,
Not a Teams meeting process. We could always Teams
yeah, yes, we can.
someplace sunny and.
We can always do it remote. So
I can
January
do
6th,
that from the southwest part of the country.
at that meeting, we'll do our organizational for the year along with our minutes. Along with our minor repair bids. Tonight, a reminder, we have the hearing on the Cranberry Mutual Drain obstruction at 6:30. There has been movement and discussion between all the parties, and things are going around. But from last I heard, there is not going to be an agreement between the people until tonight's meeting. So we will be here for the hearing. We were hoping we could get it figured out before then, but that's not going to happen. So we will be here. 6:30 tonight. Doors will probably open around 6 o'clock, 6:15, somewhere in the neighborhood.
Are you
And
guys
back in
gonna
this
be
room.
here?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be here.
I probably won't.
It all depends on the way my state house duties.
Did you say you'd be here, Gary?
I'll be here.
So we'll have a quorum.
Joe involved in
No,
No, I'll be here.
Joe's not.
I'm not coming just to listen.
No, it's not. Joe's not involved.
So I do not have
You do not have a stake in you don't have a dog in the fight.
we're downstream.
it. Well, I knew that, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
That all you have?
I'm not sure what the argument is, I guess, yet.
Yep, that's all I have.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Moving seconded that we adjourn the December 1st Drainage Board meeting. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Yeah, you too.
Oh, this is for, I thought you guys had a drainage or a commissioner or something already.
We got convention.
Oh, Commissioners
No, I mean-
Conference?
Yeah.
It begins tomorrow, but some
Okay.
of the things start tonight.
Okay. And you what? Oh. You don't want to miss the cocktail party, in other words.
Came back to Indiana, y'all got bunches of
Care less about that.
Pennsylvania.
I don't do that.
Snowy, like doing a call out.
Absolutely.
Seems like if it's gonna snow, the commissioners should be in their home county managing snow removal. But you're not out driving the roads or something, that you don't?
Better get out of here.
That it?
Yes, that's it.
All right.
Have I got repaired? Did I have some?
Your bill?
You guys have a good day.
You too, buddy.
Thank you, Aaron.
My entire immediate alongside the family,
Same to you, Steve. Have a great day.
Good morning. Wonderful, and you?
Still full from Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah?
Is that,
No.
is that all the others we have to sign? All right, Scott, are you ready? Yes, sir. Go ahead and call our commissioner meeting back to order. The first item up on our meeting schedule is a county highway update from our engineer, Gary Poole.
All right, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Glad everybody made it here safely this morning. We have no items for signature. Annual bids we'll receive at the next meeting, so you get your carpal tunnel at that meeting. As we accept those, I just saw you just accepted the surveyor's bid, so multiply that times 10.
13 of those.
Jack and Sons, I've already, so that's the thing over there. An offer has gone to Jack and Jamie, his oldest son. I gave them till June to contemplate that, so I'll let you know if they get back with it on that. Road inventory was accepted by the state. You probably saw our ratings. We're top. We're in the top of the state on our road ratings right now, so that's good. We'll try to stay there. It's hard work. The prosecutor and old jail COs amounted to about $40,000 have been approved, so we'll keep working those on the general bonds and see if those are okay. I know I owe you an estimate on items at the highway department on that GO bond. I'll try to have that to you within a week. So I'm not sure if Corey's been working that or not, the remodel stuff at the highway. You've not? Okay, so I'll secure that and get you an estimate. Miriam's already taken care of HCSS. Good work, Miriam, getting that taken care of. And thank you for trying to support some of our more needy citizens. Indiana's trail grant is already in. It's being covered. Miriam is getting close to a closing. I saw the title documents there, so good work on that as well. Get that closed. That's a beautiful piece of land out there. I think a lot of the citizens of the county will really enjoy using that land, especially being it didn't cost them any money. So we're grateful for 9-Star for doing that as well. That's 56 acres with a pond that everybody really can access from the Pennsy Trail. And as soon as we connect over from Greenfield, everybody in Greenfield will be able to go in. If you got a kid with a fishing pole, you can go fishing. I think you better get a license, though. In Indiana, kids have to have a license? I do not know.
Under 16, I think.
Under 16, they're all right? So that'll be nice. I remember going fishing as a kid. It'd be nice to actually walk someplace and go
But I
fishing.
thought there was a program that gives them a license for just about anything as a kid. I mean, hunting, fishing, all that.
Or just go play in the woods or something. Just get out of the house a little bit. I remember being a kid not wanting to wash dishes, trying to get out of the house to do something. So give the kids an excuse to go do something. Commissioners Conference this week will be up there. We have an event on tomorrow. I hope a couple of you will be able to make it there too. Bridges on 3 South and 4 South will close this winter in the December timeframe. So depending on how much snow we're moving, we've had a couple early launches this year. I think everybody's done a pretty good job. First snowstorm was a little rough, but it always is. This last one, everybody did pretty good. I think Indianapolis shielded us from the worst of it, but it cleaned up pretty good. As a reminder, we are a county highway department. We've only got 10 trucks, and we've got hundreds of miles of road. We can't even touch every road for about 24 hours. So just people are going to have to slow down. If it's snowing, it's going to be slick, and it's going to take us a while to get it cleaned up. But hopefully everybody's a county driver and just realizes just take it slow and you'll get there. Snow policy is online, so if you want to see which roads we do first and stuff, obviously it's pretty intuitive. We're going to do Fortville Pike, 6 West, 3 North, like those major roads first, and then we're going to go on to the secondary roads. If there's over 4 inches of snow, we may is the operative word, mobilize a contractor to go into the neighborhoods. It is by ordinance and by the neighborhood plat documents, the neighborhood's responsibility, if they wish, to remove the snow. But we'll come in and help after 4 inches because some of the neighbors want to save money, but I do want people to be able to get out. But I want that neighborhood road to be the worst road they see. I don't want them to have a nice clean road and get out on a high-speed road and have an accident. That and it costs an incredible amount of money, and we'll tear the crap out of their mailboxes and stuff in there with my equipment, so we try to stay out of there unless it's really needed. But the snow policy is online. People can read that. It's been the same for years. And our accident rate is pretty good, so it's working. We'll probably need to do an executive meeting at some point. I'd like to AAR. It's been, like I said, it's been 10 years on the snow plan. Maybe we need to review it again. I like to review things, see what we're doing well, see what we need to improve on, because the county changes, our equipment changes, and our organization changes. We should review it, make sure that's good. Safety plan, we've instituted everything on the safety plan. You saw in the last one. It's probably about time I'll come up with some ideas. We'll do it after the holidays with some new safety plan stuff. Just because we're doing good doesn't mean we should sit on our
I
haunches.
was gonna ask, do you want that meeting before end of the year or after?
No, we'll wait till after. It's really busy this time of year. We'll wait till, I'm just putting it on your radar. It's going to come up so you can start asking your constituents in the news. If the constituents have some, if they got any ideas, at least make sure they're heard. We can't do everything, but I'd at least like to know what their ideas are. We'll at least look at them. And there's some diamonds in the rough out there. So contact the highway department if they wish, or contact their elected officials like, hey, I've got an idea or whatnot. Like I said, no promises, but we will look at everything and give it a good look. We have a limited amount of resources, infinite need, but we're about ready to finish up the trails. When the Penzies connected here, which will be a heavy lift between Greenfield and out to the park area. From the highway department's perspective, we're kind of putting down the trail program. We'll let the parks kind of work up into that in the future as they start taking on fee and stuff, but that will connect the majority of your population. They'll be able to get safely on an e-bike or something to other places. Now, at some point, if it gets really busy out there, we'll probably have to revisit like Hamilton County does the e-bike type stuff. But right now, I don't think it's I hate to over-regulate, you know what I mean? Or ask for over-regulation, but if it gets really busy, I'll circle back. If I start having like accidents out there, we'll circle back if we need to have some ordinances or policies on those things. But as of now, it's just not something that comes up a lot. I'd recommend you leave it alone. Don't regulate until you have to regulate, you know what I mean? Greenfield intent, had a great meeting with Jenna and Kayla. And I know you guys have been working well with the mayor. I think he's got some exciting ideas for downtown Greenfield. Some of that will correspond with what we're trying to help them out with. I think from the political side, we're doing a lot better job in Hancock County than maybe they're doing out east. So you guys at least seem to get along. I appreciate that because it's hard because there's a lot of, everybody has different ideas on stuff. But at least we all talk. So keep talking with the mayor. And I think we all live in the same county, the same cities. Some of the stuff's really exciting. I think Jenna and Kayla are working on some exciting stuff there. AAR, so we got Amplify, the prosecutor's office in the old jail. So we'll have to AAR that when we finish that up. Those projects are coming to a close. And that will be the end of those projects. And then we can talk about the future of those buildings afterwards. But I don't get those projects closed up and look forward. Barring any questions, that's all I have this morning.
Thank you.
Did you contact the school church on 300 South just to let them know, hey, this project's going to start December 15th or whatever to close 300 on that bridge?
The contractor has been in contact with them. We do have a construction inspector out there, but he just changed companies, so I might have to circle back and double.
Just let them know. I mean, they've suffered through and all the people on that kind of spot of road there with 600 West being closed down this year, and now this bridge is going to potentially knock them out from another way of getting.
I'll speak with Duncan Robertson to make sure they do a in-face meeting with them.
Okay.
Okay. I was just out there and had a brief talk with their maintenance guys who were resetting some of their school flashers, but I don't know if that filtered up or not. So.
Did we ever, speaking of that, did you ever get that figured out? I know for a time that combination or whatever it was lost, and now.
We got it figured out for them. The trick, so we train people on it, and it's hard for them because we do it all the time, and then they either forget it after a year how to do it. It's really the school's responsibility to do it, but we're going to help them out. Okay. If they ever call in and need help, we will help them. And we can't run out there for snow plowing or building, but we'll run out there. And I got the book in there. It's a computer, and you're standing on a ladder, and if you've never done it before, it's just tricky. So they just need a little help. We got it figured out for them. So.
Great. No, thanks. Good work this weekend. We appreciate it. Got some more snow coming in tonight. So.
The guys came in. We joked we didn't get quite as much snow as anticipated, but I always tell the guys, if we come in, that's a guaranteed way. If you bring an umbrella, it won't rain. If we wouldn't have come in, it would have been 6 inches of snow in the apocalypse. So there'll be some tonight. We're bringing in a few guys tonight just in case. Like I say to the news, it's a highway, it's county. It's going to be slick if it's snowing. Be careful, drive snow. We love everybody, but don't go out there expecting dry roads and clear. It's not the interstate. And even the interstate struggled this weekend. I was talking to my peers over at NDOT. They did not have a good weekend on I-70. So.
Right. Saw that on the news.
And they tried, and they dump salt.
Right.
It's going to be slick if it rains. The truck can only be so many places.
Right.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Next item up on our agenda is an update from our facility manager, Corey Taylor. Morning, Corey.
Morning, it's good. Good morning. All I have is a couple updates. Prosecutor's office has been cleaned. They're in the closing stages of that one. Be able to move in there soon. Everything looked good. They're about 65 to 70% done in the community corrections. Things are moving along. No issues. Everything's looking pretty good. We got those change orders approved and taken care of, so they're moving along pretty good. I didn't know if you had an update for me on legal with the Indiana Foundation.
We're good to go with the process of calling them and having them come to look at that problem and get it remediated. I've called, I think it's Jacob Rose, off the contact information that you gave me, and he hasn't returned my call yet. But we're going to have to go ahead and start that process, just no matter what, in the basement.
Okay.
So Scott, I'm going to reach out again to them today, try to get a hold of them. Can't wait any longer. The election folks are going to need to get in their area down there, and we don't want issues with that dustiness, left over. So we're going to go ahead and start working on.
Would you like me to reach out to him, or are you going to reach out to him?
I'm going to reach out to him again as soon as this meeting is over.
Okay.
Document all that with photographs and things like that.
I can. Yes, ma'am.
Please
I
do.
admit that I can.
I think Service Master has taken a lot of
Yes, he
that
has.
information as well.
Yeah.
From them.
I will do that.
Okay.
Yep, that's all I've got.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Is Dennis Olmsted here?
There he is.
A right-of-way dedication. Good morning.
Good morning.
What I got is very simple. It's dedicating 0.56 acres of additional right-of-way on 900 North in front of the new subdivision for Coombs Home Place addition.
You want
Minor
to
plat.
bring your plat map up here?
You did say 0.56? Okay.
A special pen.
Yep. Thanks, sir. I make a motion that we accept a right-of-way, 0.56 acres, and the Combs Home Place minor subdivision as presented.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. $50 of half or 50 foot? Half 50 foot, half right away.
Second page.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I3 investors. Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Matt Dickerson with I3 Investors, and appreciate you taking time to listen to us this morning here. We're back in front of the commission after a 30-day extension on a earlier revote consideration for half of our project out there at Buck Creek. We are back in front of the group to ask for two items. One, that the commission would consider voting down the rezone of 50 acres of the total 100 acres of the project. And two, that we would work through an EDA amendment and extension for the start date of the overall project. Just as a quick recap of that project and that EDA, we worked with the council and the commission during 2022 for a period of 12 months to put together both a master plan of the project and an EDA payment structure, which was supported 7-0 by the council and 3-0 by the commission. That EDA itself lays out larger buffers. It provides for a wider and offset road. We have gone down the route of acquiring the right-of-way for the relocation and widening of that road. And then that EDA, I think most importantly to the county, provides for $7.5 million of direct EDA payments to the county coffers over a 10-year window. So I think it was a structure that was put together with a lot of thought and a lot of benefit to the county. And we would ask that the commissioners continue to support that, continue to support the project and the funding that would come to the county on a go-forward basis. Our project was delayed, but it's not dead. We're planning on hopefully to start this in 26, but obviously if we rezone half of it, we'll have to come back in January and ask for that half to be rezoned back to industrial. The piece does sit within the county's comprehensive plan to be along I-70 as industrial. The EDA itself does provide for protections and design standards and use standards for what can go into these projects. And I think as we've been reading several counties, the concern is these data center users. And as a part of the EDA amendment, we would suggest that we put in there that we would preclude any data center type user going into either of these two buildings that are proposed here. So I want to kind of go through again that we're asking for the county to vote down the rezone. We put together in total a $10 million parcel to be heavily invested in the county. To date, we've spent just a little under $300,000 on a roundabout design that would be a part of this, which I did not realize is about 60 pages of engineering documents. But we have a fully designed, or about a 99% designed roundabout, according to Gary Poole. So I think we're pretty close there, and asking for the continued support of the county and the commissioners. So happy to answer questions.
Do you have that information with you today?
As far as the engineering documents?
What the things that you said you wanted the commissioners to consider?
You should have a memo that was circulated, as well as I think it's about a 2-page amendment to that EDA. Scott?
I had a few questions.
Sure.
So in your amendment, your proposed amendment, you have an in-construction date of 2029, I believe.
Correct. So we had it in there, I think right now is the end of 28 or 27, and I should know that, but it was for both buildings. The build cycle on these is roughly 12 to 14 months. We would not pull these out of the ground at the same time. So it would come one and then two. So the intent there was just to simply tack on a small amount of time to the end and allow us to push back the start date to this coming up year of 26 so we can get underway.
I think the amendment actually calls for commencement of construction in 2027, though.
I think we would be willing to try to bump that to 26.
We want to be sure that we have exactly the correct information. There's a little bit of inconsistency.
Yeah, if we need another couple of days or a couple of weeks to iron out what you want, I mean, we're willing to do that with you.
The other thing is in your memorandum, I was a little troubled by a couple of the statements. The first one was the first page there, second to last paragraph. it says that the county's direction work was slowed and the project was moved to 26. I don't think that's inaccurate.
That is how we understand it. We were originally going to put the roundabout in, and we were working with our team and the traffic engineers and the construction folks with the intent of putting the roundabout in. The only thing that we got delayed on was, hey, we didn't start it. I think it's not necessary to probably have a roundabout there if there's not a project south. So it was rolled from the 25-year to the 26-year with that intent. But we've been working in good faith with the county folks to design this engineer that fits the various regulations that are a little above my pay grade on how a roundabout functions. We've bought the roundabout right away to help fit that in. And the intent would be to build the roundabout, deed the right of way and the new road bed in the roundabout, obviously over to the county.
Well, I spoke with our county engineer, Gary Poole, and that is not an accurate statement that you laid with that as a result of anything the county did. This is on I-3, and I just want to make sure that's on the record because that is not accurate and it's not a fair representation of what transpired there. You guys had market conditions that you've pointed to and alluded to, and that has nothing to do with the county cooperation and the fact that you spent money on the design of the roundabout. Okay, so that's something that, you know, we needed to state very firmly and very correctly on the record. This is not, this delay, the fact that this has been dilatory is not on the county. And nothing the county has done has caused any delay in your project. And the other thing is where's, you guys want us to amend the agreement, where's the consideration for that? You're just telling us, well, we just want an amendment. What are you offering besides the fact that you've got a restrictive covenant for data centers? What's the consideration there? So those are some of the troubles as the attorney for the commissioners that I have, some of the concerns that I have for your request. And the commissioners themselves may have some questions too, but I am concerned about that. And I just think there's some maneuvering here that's not appropriate.
Well, the only thing I would say, I guess, in order of your two concerns, it's the way we recall the way this occurred. I'm not trying to be cute with the data or the facts. Our contribution to the roundabout when it was requested of us was $825,000. And the county at the time, 2 years ago, asked us if we would help put that in. It was explained to us that it would be cheaper because it's a private individual doing it versus a public bid. Again, we're warehouse folks. We're not roundabout construction folks. And we said, yeah, we would do that as a partner of the county. The county's component of that roundabout, I think the roundabout's roughly $3 million. So if we're funding $825,000, it's absolutely in the county's control on when they want to spend that money. So that would be the first piece of it. The second piece is, and I apologize, we were talking about the roundabout and we were talking about the consideration. The consideration, I think, would be that the county gets to keep the EDA structure they've put together for the economic development payments of $7.5 million. And that's a pretty large amount of money going directly to the county. And that's the benefit for the county.
That was consideration for the original agreement. Now you're asking for a lot more time. That's what I'm talking about. What's the consideration for the extension?
Well, I suppose conversely, if the EDA does expire, there's $7.5 million goes to zero. Right? That's not what the county wants. I don't think that's what we want. But I'm trying to understand, is there a dollar amount you have in your head or?
No. No one's saying that, but there is an absence of it. So we haven't had that discussion.
Yeah, and we're willing to have that discussion, but we need a red line or more time or feedback. I know we've submitted the EDA amendment agreement, but we don't have any I don't believe we have any details as of yet as to what the county would like to see or how the county would like to see it. So,
I think right now we're just going to take your information under advisement. We'll let you know whenever we're ready to speak on the topic again.
okay. Be great. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Commissioners. Appreciate it. Thanks, Scott.
Parks and Recreation Board with Miriam Rawles.
Good morning.
Morning.
So I'm here representing the Parks and Recreation Board, and right now we have 5 board members, and our quorum is 3. And the problem of that is the open door policy that we have, so we can't get the good work done. So if I need to meet with other board members to work on projects with the open door policy, that only allows us 2 in the room. So during our February 20th meeting.
Kind of like us, Miriam. We can't meet. It's difficult. You're right.
It's very difficult.
That's why you guys have little task forces.
Right. Anyway, I went before our board and I made a favorable recommendation with the board on November 20th to ask if they felt like it would be good for us to ask you all for 2 additional members. That would be, the quorum would then be 5. So we would at least have 4 heads on the table working on projects to get things done. So I just want to ask if there would be any opportunity to add 2 new board members, and if so, I would ask Attorney Binky, how that process looks, and would we need to amend our ordinance, and would it be council and commissioners picking those individuals, and we could talk about the terms and all those things. But I think it's really important with the donation that Nine Star Connect is giving us that we really need more hands on deck. And so to make those things happen, I feel like we should have more, minds at the table.
What's the park board code look like right now for the amount of members that are on there and who they are appointed by? Is it just 3?
So no, everyone's appointed.
But does Indiana code say it's only 3 that you have on there, or does Indiana code say 5 on the park board, 5 people on the park?
Currently, our ordinance says 5.
Okay.
That was why I wanted to defer to Attorney Binky.
Would have to be an amendment to your ordinance.
Yeah, we'd have to amend them. Yes,
And
correct.
does that ordinance tell us who gets the picks of those?
Mm-hmm. It does. Currently, commissioners pick 2, council picks 2, and an elected official picks 1. I'd have to dive in deeper to find out who would be the one to pick. I would imagine council would pick 1, commissioners would pick the other.
We had 5, but 2 left?
We have 5. We have 5. I'm asking for 2 more.
Make it 7.
To make it 7.
Okay.
So our quorum would be 5, and I can have 4 at the table without having an open door policy to have a meeting. Does that make sense?
Thing to consider too, though, is now your quorum goes from 3 to 5, so you got to have 5 members there to get, as opposed to 3.
And I can appreciate that, but we have a dedicated board.
I'm just mentioning.
Yeah, I'm very excited about who our team players are because they're always there. We've always had a quorum.
Is this something standard in all the communities around us that have park boards, that they have a 7-member board instead of a 5-member board, or is there?
I've seen a lot of members on their web pages. I really didn't dive deep into how they got there. That's why I kind of wanted to have some attorney.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
7 members.
I mean, ideally, a good, strong board is 9, but I'm just asking for 7 to make that non-stagnant vote. So, anyway, you don't have to answer today or make a motion unless you're all in agreement, but I just wanted to get that out there so we can start looking if you decide that that's a good idea to maybe pick someone or 2 people in January.
Consider.
I think we should
Yeah.
consider it.
And I agree with that because,
Would the non-quorum be more of a working meeting, or would it certainly wouldn't be a decision-making meeting?
correct, that's why I need the 4 people rather than just 2. It's really hard to get anything done with just 2 people working. So 4 people would be ideal to get jobs done and have
Divide
more.
and conquer.
Yeah, so, but we really need to dive into that ordinance to see what that looks like. I just wanted to, put that out here today.
I can say
Have Scott
that
take a
that
peek
is
at it.
definitely, there's a process for it, and it's not that hard. But the board itself, they approved you coming and talking to commissioners about it.
Yes.
So then what would happen is there'd be formal approval by and the ordinance proceed accordingly, and that can certainly be done. And then the amended ordinance would be drafted and approved.
Okay.
Those steps, but that's not an issue getting that accomplished.
So with that said, I would need the blessing of,
Yeah, they need to understand
Need
how
to-
that dynamic.
to authorize that so I can work on getting the ordinance amended.
Right.
So there's no need to amend an ordinance if I don't have your blessing, so.
Not today, because we are just going to take it under advisement. again
Absolutely.
And, think about it, but as Scott explained it, it sounds,
Okay,
the amendment comes to us and we approve it.
okay,
Or we would recommend it, it goes to the Planning Parks Board,
perfect.
comes back to us for approval.
Right. So should I get myself on the agenda in January or end of, maybe in a couple weeks?
Has your board approved?
Yes, we had favorable,
minutes?
we had the favorable recommendation to ask the board for 2 more members.
Is February too late of a date to get that, like our first February, is there anything?
I am working on the DNR 5-year master plan, and I need people at the table to help me reorganize. We do have our pros consulting that's helping us with the 5-year master plan. We need to get that approved and in front of the DNR for a second time before April 15th. So I think an early February date would be good, but I think I would request more towards the end of January if we had to, if we could.
20th? The 20th is our meeting that's in January.
That would be great if we could move it up to that. I can work diligently on amending the ordinance and working with Attorney Binky, if that would work. Okay.
Right.
Well,
Yes.
thank you
So
for your
that's the date.
consideration. I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for all the work on the park property with 9 Star as well. We appreciate it. Kayla, Sarah, oh, she's right there. Okay. Kayla Brooks. Good morning.
Morning.
So I guess continuing off of what Miriam was discussing with the 9 Star Park, that property located at the intersection of 300 West and US 40, with discussions brewing regarding an event at that location, it might be prudent to rezone it from R1 residential, which is what it is currently, to institutional sooner rather than later. This would permit more large-scale park-type uses, including recreation center, whenever that kind of use or event is requested or foreseen to be. The R1 district is more residential focused, more of a combination of rural uses and those residential suburban style subdivisions, whereas the institutional is really set up better for park development as well as other large scale public facilities, educational facilities, things like that. So because the park and recreation facility is a special exception in R1, meaning it would need to go to the BZA in order to have, say, a music festival or something like that there, even as a temporary use, whereas it's permitted in institutional. It would probably be better to go ahead and start the rezone process to institutional now. So one way we can do that is through this board. So you guys tell me, should we go ahead and pursue the rezone of that 53 acres from R1 to institutional?
You give us everything that's allowed in institution, a rundown.
It's quite a few uses, like healthcare, and I honestly, I would have to have the list before me on what all would be allowed there. It is more than just park-type uses. However, as part of the rezone process, we certainly could limit those uses to just those that are serving park purposes. Is that something you'd be interested in?
Yes.
So is it, my understanding of that too was we couldn't even have any school activities out on that property while it was still zoned R1. It really needs to be institutional, not so concerned about the zoning event, but just to make sure school children are able to come out there, learn and do things, and we're that zoning to make that happen.
Yes, institutional would be much more welcoming of large groups like that, school visits, things of that nature, to be out there. It would really just fit better for the park-type uses that we're foreseeing happening there. If it was just going to be a nature, like a preserve type thing, or a utility substation, it would be, meaning the 9-star type uses, it would be better to, you could keep it R1 indefinitely and it would be just fine. I'm so sorry. Is there a tissue up there?
There you go. Bless you.
Thank you.
Oh, you were just tearing up because you really love this whole idea.
You guys need to be nicer to Kayla.
All right, but yeah, so yeah, more, as we're getting into this and it's becoming clear that we want to use this site as an active park site, let's go ahead and rezone it to a zoning district that really foresees those kinds of uses. This would require a public hearing at the Plan Commission, probably in January, which means that public notice would go out to any owners of property within 600 feet or 2 lots deep, whichever is less restrictive, and that would include some of the owners of property in Spring Lake, as well as along US 40. And so there might be some people attending that meeting to kind of better understand what the vision is for park-type use at that property. But it would be having the conversation, one big conversation about overall, how do we foresee this type of a park being used? Rather than piecemeal every time there's going to be an event at that site. So
I think what I'm at least hearing between the commissioners is we would like to request that process potentially to start. We're in favor of that, but we would also like to see those.
What's allowed.
What is allowed, so we can set those in conditions, whether we want that or we don't want that.
Want to be able to strike from or
Got it.
the allowed uses.
we can definitely do that, and I will get you that list.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Make a motion to approve claims and payroll.
Second.
It's been a motion and a second on claims and payroll. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
You ready to start, Art? You want auditor business?
Let's
Get those.
let's do the amplified disbursement.
Okay. Let me find it here. There it is. Is this the total? Right here.
Yeah, that's the
Okay, that's what I
total of
thought.
the,
How many invoices? 3? 4 invoices.
Make a motion to approve the affidavit for construction fund disbursement request number 16 in the amount of $1,826,227.73 as presented.
second.
It's been moved and seconded. the affidavit for construction fund disbursement in the amount of $1,826,227.73 as presented. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
What about the consulting? You want to do those?
Yes.
And there's two different agreements, but they're for the same person?
They're there for the same person, and one of them is
One's a retainer.
a retainer, the other's an hourly rate wage, and our county advisor.
Okay, this is
legal
for the
advisor
hourly
says the
rate right
hourly
here.
rate is
And this
the
is
better-
retainer?
The better way to go. So
You want the hourly rate
yes, we should do that, and that's for additional information.
on our HR, yeah.
Yes.
So, all right, I'll make a motion that we approve the consulting agreement for the hourly wage or hourly fee of $245 an hour? Okay. Yeah, per hour.
That's for West Bennett.
I'm sorry.
Second, I'm sorry.
Okay. It's been moved and seconded. We approve the consulting agreement between Hancock County and West Bennett as presented. Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
And then we've got another one for Wesley Bennett, is for her retainer, which is retainer.
Anything else? No, we're not doing the retainer.
Okay, you're just doing that one,
hourly. Yeah,
okay.
it was the choice between.
And we want the hour. Okay, I got you.
So we can
Then
put
I'll get
that
rid of
on.
this.
There should have been one in there for
Kim
Kim
Woodward.
Woodward.
Yeah, that was in my auditor business, just for some
HR.
additional HR consulting until you.
Right.
Well, I think that. Signed it, but I think that he could sign his.
What's,
Back. Was that in there then?
Yeah, there's the consulting agreement for, there's not like a signature line for you, but so
Okay.
I would say if you
Just-
guys are so inclined, I would go ahead and sign and date.
Okay.
this? Oh, here it is. Okay. This is with Kim Woodward. Woodward. Are you opposed to it, or?
No, I think we're supportive of just using her like we talked about in a
Temporary.
mode to bridge the gap between the time we evaluate the people we have in the process for HR and hiring, somebody to do that. It just seems like we lost our HR director and all of a sudden the floodgates opened a little bit on some.
Yeah. Okay. Is there compensation for this? I didn't see
That's all I got.
I didn't see anything on.
It's $100 an hour.
$100 an hour?
That's
Okay.
what-
Then I make a motion that we approve the consulting agreement for our interim HR person and for her work in helping us bridge the gap in between our interviews and startup. So, as presented.
Have a motion and a second to approve the consulting agreement for our temporary HR help, Kim Woodward, as presented. Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
Was that all your business?
Yeah, that was all my business. And that rate is on that second page.
It is on, I didn't see it, but I was looking quick.
Oops, sign anywhere on that. And then Gary, you want to sign on there too.
All
That's the
right.
top part of that.
I can do that.
And then that's our only.
RFPs.
That's our only.
Is that for the
mental
efficiency
health-
deal?
The mental health.
It's, oh, mental health, okay.
Mental health.
Do we need a motion made to re-advertise for our
County farm.
Visioning.
Now,
landscape plan?
was there any reason why we thought maybe we didn't get any bites on that while we're getting ready to look at that?
I feel advertise it someplace else, and I had talked to Janine.
Okay.
The commissioners conference is going on, that's gonna be my number one priority, to see where everybody's advertising.
Okay.
I don't,
So do we want to wait until our, about the re-advertising of it if other units of advertising? Okay,
Yeah, I mean, there's absolutely no rush.
okay.
Let's, figure out why we're missing the boat.
gotcha.
Let's seek those people out at our next.
Now, everybody be on the hunt.
The mental health. Look like it's 2 packets, but there's, looks like to be the same thing.
It's the same.
They're going for a grant for $480,000. And that would be to buy a temporary housing unit. So,
And this is opioid matching grant process that the state advertised earlier this year.
okay, so where do we go from here?
I think we take that, we go
Under
ahead and
take it under.
accept that, take it under advisement, and meet with the lady, Christine, that helped us with our application process, and sit down and evaluate that. And had to meet a lot of different state requirements that I think probably made several groups just shy away from.
Did this bid?
Aspire?
Aspire.
Well, it's really not a bid, it's a grant, matching grant.
It's a request,
Application,
it's,
yes.
yeah.
And there are community mental health. There, Anthony, recently our community mental health provider.
So I'd make a motion that we would accept these grant applications and take them under consideration.
Have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Okay.
Phil, do you know if Christine has a copy of that?
She does not.
Okay, so
We'll have to, if we can scan that off and send those things to her. I don't know if those two documents in there are the same thing and they're just two of the same. They are. They are?
Yeah,
they are. Did
Yeah.
this
So we'll scan and send it to,
version?
they hand walked it in, but we'll get it scanned, and then we'll also go ahead and got our own internal
Send it to Ms. Deutscher.
stuff.
You've
Yes.
you've got her email address? Okay, great. Great.
Okay.
And the efficiency RFP, if the auditor has no more business.
Okay. Well, there's one problem with his whole thing, 'cause he said he had counsel that was supporting it, and they were not. So,
So I think.
There's that.
We can find out
We
if,
can prove all day long.
yeah,
Want to put that carried over to the next?
yeah.
the prosecutor, reach out to him and have him come to our next meeting and council information.
Maybe it would be best if he came to the budget, that first meeting of January, when we're commissioners and council are together, so we know exactly.
We could reach out to Jim and see if he's acceptable as the president of the Budget Finance Committee.
And we're still having a combined.
It's,
So it'd either
we have
that or
it
at the budget
scheduled and
meeting.
it's been
Either that or at the
advertised, so
budget
it's
meeting.
been sent to the.
That's right, there's 5 weeks in December. Doesn't matter to me, either one is fine.
So let's set it for the budget meeting. Say, hey, the commission will be there, and then about that RFP. And is there anything else?
I don't think there is.
CD here.
Can't start early.
Scheduled for
Can't
10
start-
o'clock,
Yeah,
yeah.
we can't start early.
We could take a break.
So we're being recess until 10 o'clock.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. We recess until our solid waste meeting at 10 o'clock. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Meeting's in recess.
for November. We did have the newspaper bin emptied, so I did have to pay that bill as well. I do have some more advertising that I will be getting invoiced for, but I'm not sure if that'll make it on this year's budget or if that'll end up coming on the 26 budget. And then the Hancock County Chamber of Commerce, they're working on my invoice, but I haven't gotten it yet. The Association for Solid Waste Districts, I did get that one, so we need to add that to the invoices. The total amount on that one was $550. And then the Indiana Household Hazardous Waste Task Force membership renewal was $125. And then under the event fund, I sent out an invoice to Knopf Insulation for our 5th glass collection, and we have not received that yet, as far as I know. Oh, and then the end-of-year outlook, I'm projecting to have a balance of about $23,000 left over in my budget for the year.
Do we have a motion to approve the invoices?
I just have, when
Okay.
you have that money left over in your budget, do you encumber anything for the?
I've never had this much left over. Usually it's only a couple thousand. So I'm not sure. I typically.
Anything outstanding or?
I won't have anything outstanding. I typically do roll it over into my next year's budget. So I'm hoping to be able to do that again this year.
That it just goes back to cash and then it's appropriated in your new budget.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just checking on.
I mean, the only claims I'm expecting are the AIM Media and the Hancock County Chamber of Commerce.
Have money, then you can. So I would just double check on your claim schedule. After you can't get those, that's your encumbrance for. That to Mary, then we can that money to 2020 outstanding invoices that were officially encumbered.
Okay.
Okay. Do we have a motion to approve the invoices?
All invoices for the solid waste district.
Second.
Okay, we've got a motion and a second. All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Passes.
Okay, the item tire grant, they just announced a new tire grant for 2026, and I will be applying for that with your permission. I'm going to request the full $10,000, which is the maximum amount, and depending on how many tires we get in 26, it may roll over and we'll have enough money that we can use that grant for 27 as well. That's what we did the last go around. It lasted us 2 years. So I'm hoping that that will be the case again this time. So I was just planning on going ahead and applying for the full 10,000, even though we won't need the full amount for the first year. The applications aren't going to be accepted until December 15th, and it's a first come, first serve. So I will get that application in as soon as I can get it filled out once it's released. So do we need a vote
Make
on?
a motion then to let Dee Dee apply for the item tire grant.
Second.
We have a motion on the floor and a second to allow Dee Dee to apply for the item tire grant. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Approve.
And then the item community recycling grant, this has been a long awaited grant. I think I submitted that in August. That should be announced this month, so I'm hoping to have good news at our next meeting. But that was for the community recycling bins for the Parks Department. So hopefully we'll get notification soon that we won that. And then IDEM came out with a new grant called the Swiffer Grant. And this is for creating a material management plan for your community, so you can hire a consultant to come in, review what recycling you have available, what you're currently offering, and then they will make recommendations on how you can improve on that. The state has just completed their material management plan, and they're working towards a 50% recycling goal. So IDEM is offering this grant to help counties, help the state achieve that goal. So that has not been released yet. It's open sometime this month. I'm not really sure. But that one also is a first come, first serve. So I have contacted consultants. I do have bids on those, which we need to go over. And then as soon as that grant application is released, I'll get that filled out and get it in as soon as possible. Now that I have the quotes, it should be pretty easy to get that submitted fairly quickly. So we do need to go over the proposals and I guess select which one you would like to do. So let's do that first, and then I've got more issues to discuss with that. So the first one that you have, I believe, is from GT Environmental. And I read through all of them, and they're all basically the same. They're all kind of doing the same data collection and work to achieve all their information. Some of them do have different timelines, which I'm sure can be adjusted if we need to speed the timeline up. At this point, I have no idea what the timeline requirement is. So, we'll just have to, adjust things as the grant opens up. But the GT Environmental, their quote came in at $37,904. And then I have Caramita came in at $35,000. And then that also includes that phase 7 on there, also includes $3,000 to help write the grant. I've done a lot of grant writing, so I really don't think that I'm going to need that help to write the grant. So I feel like we can save $3,000 there. So without that optional phase 7, their total would be $32,000. And this company has reached out to me, I don't know, 2 or 3 times. We've met via Zoom twice. So they're very interested. They wanted to meet with me up front to find out what we're currently offering so that they could get a better idea of, what they needed to include on their estimate. So I've been really impressed with them so far.
Is this Caramita?
Caramita, yes.
And where are they located?
They're all located, well, they all have offices in Indianapolis. I think, I'm not sure what their actual, I don't even have their address on here. I'm not sure exactly where they're located, but they're somewhere in Indiana.
So I take it you're wanting to go with Caramita.
That's my proposal. The last one was from Eunomia, and that's the company that did the state's plan. So that's the only reason I included them. They're not local. They're not sure where they're located.
And they're a lot more.
Yeah, and they are a lot more. Yeah, so they'll do it for $40,000, or if you don't want the end result, they'll give that to you for $17,000. I'm like, how can we do this without the end result?
Yeah.
What are we achieving there? So I didn't recommend them, but yeah, I do recommend going with Caramita. I also think that GT Environmental would be a good second choice if you didn't want to use Caramita for some reason, but that's my proposal.
Amounts for both of those.
Yeah, so Caramita came in at $35,000, but there is an optional $3,000 to help write the grant. So we don't probably need that. So that one comes in at $32,000. And then GT Environmental is $37,904.
That has an optional too.
Yeah, that is the meetings, but I feel like the meetings are kind of important.
Does the other one offer meetings?
Yeah, I didn't understand why the meetings are optional. So I guess maybe you could reduce the number of meetings, which could reduce the cost. Yeah, so down underneath below, they're showing what they're charging for each of the meetings. So I guess you could reduce that to, fewer meetings and then also reduce that cost as well.
But I don't see Caramita say anything about meetings either.
They did have some meetings. It's not, I don't know if I printed all those. I had to consolidate because some of these quotes were like 34 pages long, so I just kind of summarized it. I'm sure they have ample meetings. I don't know exactly how many that they're
It says
offering.
bi-weekly check-in meetings.
Okay, there you go.
I don't know what that means, though. I mean, that probably doesn't mean they come and see you. Like,
They're probably virtual.
Oh, I'll be virtual then.
Yeah. I mean, if we need them to come out and do an in-person meeting, I'm sure they probably would do that, but I would think most of the time we could probably handle a virtual meeting.
Do we need a motion for that or to approve her to go ahead with Karamita?
Yes.
Okay.
Deb, could she encumber her monies to pay for this?
Have any money? Doesn't even have the grant.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have no idea what the item grant is going to offer.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that they will offer enough that we can pay for this in full by their grant.
Okay.
But if not, I was talking to Deborah, I do have the event fund money, which has to be used towards the business of the solid waste district. So I feel like that money could be used for the grant. I mean, unless I'm told otherwise, I can contact State Board of Accounts to verify. But I feel like that money, could be used for this. So I feel like we have plenty of money, even if, the grant doesn't cover the whole amount.
But you have to have one picked to do the grant.
Yeah.
Motion that we allow Dee Dee to Karamita once she has the information from the IDEM grant.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on the floor. All those in favor? Aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Got your permission.
Thank you. So our no cold feet shoe recycling, which is the shoe recycling collection event that we do through all the county schools, whichever ones are interested in participating. I'll be sending those letters out to the principals this week, and then they need to respond by mid-January, and then we will do that. They will have their collection the last week of January. We will be going around and picking up all those shoes on that last Friday of January. And then Saturday, I think Chad mentioned this last month for me, Changing Footprints is overwhelmed with the number of shoes that we bring them every year, and they still haven't even gone through all the shoes that we brought them last year in January. So in order to kind of help them out and, kind of get them on a better situation, what I would like to do is get a bunch of volunteers to come in on Saturday. We're going to meet at the fairgrounds. I've already got a building reserved. We're going to sort through the shoes. They can't handle any unusable shoes. Nike is no longer doing the grind for those shoes. They're getting overwhelmed with shoes, so they won't even accept the unusable shoes. So we're just going to sort through them and pull out anything that's not usable up front, and then we're going to reorganize all the shoes and, separate them, by men's tennis shoes, women's tennis shoes, and just get them all in separate boxes that are labeled. And then that way, hopefully, Changing Footprints can just, take down the box that they need, and they can do cleaning or whatever they need to of the shoes before they put them out on the store shelves. So I feel like that'll kind of help them, just getting rid of the unusable shoes, I think will be a huge help just up front, because they said that, a majority of the shoes that they get in, they can't even use because they're just not in good shape. But I think people expect to be able to send those to Nike to do the playground grinding. So that's why they get so many of them. Hopefully that'll go smoothly this year. I'm going to reach out to some of the schools, the sports teams, to see if we can get, those kids to come in and volunteer, and maybe a church or so will come in as well. So that'll be a busy weekend for me.
So how are you getting rid of the unusable shoes?
Well, I thought about, passing them on to like Goodwill, but I feel like they're not going to be happy because they're not good shoes. They're not going to be usable. So I think I'm going to talk to Republic Services to see if we can just dispose of them there. Maybe they'll let us just dispose of them for free. I haven't talked to them yet, but that's kind of what I'm thinking is we'll just throw them away because I don't think they're going to be good ones. So, unfortunately.
Okay.
And then, we've already discussed the director contract. That will be, I'll work with Scott and we'll get that ready to go for hopefully the first meeting in January. Do you still want to wait for the department vehicle transfer until then as well, or?
At the first of the year, we might as well.
Okay. Okay, we'll push that off till January as well. And then under new business, I have our RFP ready for 2026, which you have one example in your packet. This is for hazardous waste. It's the most complex of all of our RFPs. The only thing I really changed was the dates on here, so I'm keeping the same timeline. And I think that was the only thing that I changed. We are going to be at Park Chapel Christian Church for 2026 for our two big events. But this one only is a bid for those first two those two bigger events. I do a separate one for the smaller events that we do in the towns. And so, yeah, I guess if you're good with this RFP, I will get these sent out that first week of January.
Do we have a motion?
Make a motion to approve the request proposal presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on the floor to approve the request for proposal be put out 1st of January. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed, same sign? It's good.
And that's all I have, unless anybody else has anything else.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We need a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
There a motion on the all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign? Thank you, Dee Dee.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Is there a thing that's?
We can.
Oh, yeah, the minutes.
Minutes
So we'll reconvene our commissioner meeting. Is there, seeing that we've finished all of our agenda items and action items, is there any public comment? Anybody like to comment publicly?
Motion to adjourn.
No? We all good? Okay.
All good.
Well, motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, second.
So moved. We'll adjourn this meeting and see everybody on
One with this,
December 16th.